driving over to the next well. I'll see if I can't set it up. I don't know if I'll have service here. I'm getting up to a hill. We'll see. Farm Sam 101. Got all this shit back here. Draining the wellhead. I don't know. I'll show you when I get up here if I still have service. I'm in this little 4x4, little side-by-side. I couldn't see whether or not that was showing. Got some wheat over here. That'll be ready in like a month. This whole field is planted, it's corn. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. Got like 10, 15 mile an hour today. Yesterday it was like 40 mile an hour wind. There was no way I could go live. That's all you hear. This trail road's rougher than hell. There's the pivot I'm going to over the road there. Get a look at good old Nebraska. Hopefully, if I get service up here, I'll just set the phone up while I drain. I don't know if I'll be able to really read chat. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, sorry if I can't respond all that easily to chat, but I gotta pay attention to the driving or I end up upside down. It's actually a pretty badass little machine. It's got a full tilt on the bed in the back, and it's a steel bed. As you can see, this trail road is rough as hell. That rain that we got just tore shit up. Rip shit up. Okay, I think this is where my turnoff is. Then when I go in, I've got to be careful. The corn isn't up, and we really don't have a well-established pivot road, so I'll stop and see if you can see it. This is beans, actually, but I've got to make sure I'm not running over the beans, so I got to just barely hug the road, and then the other side for sure won't be hidden. Some beans. Oh, shit, I better pay attention. I don't want to run anything over. But anyways, when we get up here to this wellhead, maybe I'll be able to just set the phone up somewhere and just leave it live. I won't be able to read chat, so I'll have my hands full, but if you guys want to see what the hell I'm doing out on the Farming Sim 2025. Might be boring as hell, I don't know. Just figured I'd go live and see what happens. Oh shit. Got a little wild. That is what you call a pivot. That big machine. It's what waters the corn. Up here will be the well. And the well head has oil that, I mean, it's what keeps it cool, and I'm changing out the oil. We're about to start running pretty heavy here pretty soon. See the pivot? Goes all the way out there. Okay, that's the beast. Now what I'm doing is I'm changing out this oil inside here. Let me see Actually, I don't know if I can set this up somewhere. Got the phone falling down. Set it up like this. Might be able to get away with that. Ah, fucking wind. Son of a bitch. Wait a minute. There's no way in hell I can read chat now, though. I can just set it up. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing over there. last one, I was able to, the well was facing this way, so I was able to set it over here and do a hands-free. With this one, I'm gonna have to hold the freaking bucket. Fuck it. I was gonna show you what I'm doing, but I see this one. I'm actually gonna hold the damn thing. I don't even know if you can hear me clear the fuck over here. Definitely not war zone. Got the grays. So anyways, you just got to drain this oil out. And honestly, it doesn't look like it's in that bad a shape. It's a slow drain though, there's not much slope to it. This is the wellhead. I don't know if you can see it or not. This pumps the water through the pivot out in the field. If it wasn't so damn windy, I could just set this down and let it drain down in there, but if I set it down, it's just gonna fucking blow everywhere. It is a slow draining son of a bitch. I wonder if you can even hear me over there. I can't see chat. I just said it over there. They say this is all an experiment going live. See how it goes. Might even shut off. I don't know if it has signals yet. I have a chain. I might try to set up the next one if I gotta do it like this. Put the chain on here. there. It's starting to slow down finally. It's a slow drain. I don't know if you can see that shit or not, but it's burning. Farming Sim 2025. It's probably like watching paint dry, huh? Boring. Pretty simple though. Then just fill it back up. There's a bearing underneath there I've got to grease. Wish the wind wasn't blowing though. That's all it does around here is the wind blows. Hopefully it's not ripping across the microphone. There's a little sight glass on the front to see, but I can also just look in the hole. Okay. So that's that. Yeah, did I cuss like a sailor? Anyways, you couldn't see it from over there, but there's that little sight gauge, and then the drain. And like I say, it's pretty simple. I don't know, it might just be boring as hell to watch, but I'm just draining out the oil. Let me back up a little bit. This is called a wellhead. It pumps the water up, goes down this pipe, which is called a leading pipe. Pivot. Then it pumps it out, and just a giant sprinkler for the corn, basically. This is actually beans, which you can see here. That's what a bean looks like when it just first gets started. Let me get out of it. There we go. You can see a little bit better. But this is a field of beans, about, I don't know, about 140 acres. There's a little machine that I'm using to drive around. This little deal here is called a valve. There's too much pressure. You can turn this, control the pressure. That's like at the beginning of the season when the well is, now the water table will be high, so you have a lot of pressure. So you back that down a little bit so you can control the pressure, because I don't know, there's a lot more to it than people think, but there's a sprinkler chart. That's the control panel for the pivot, which is, I mean, it's basically like a kiosk now. They used to all just be push button mechanical, but that's what I worked on for about 15 years, was these pivots. I don't work on them anymore, just when that breaks down for the farm. But then that humming you hear, this is called a variable speed. Motor, basically, or electrical panel, and it controls that motor. So if you're getting too much pressure, you can also control it from this. You can ramp it up or ramp it down, I guess. But that humming is just keep it cool. Now we got to drive about 2 fields over. Make sure I got everything in order here. Don't forget anything. Get her greased. That little deal up on top there, that's a rain gauge. And basically there's a cell phone more or less mounted in that panel. So if you pay for the service, then you can have that, look on your phone and see like how much rain or how much water is going into the field. Just another way to monitor shit remotely. Okay, I think we're good to go here. Side by side. The wind's fucking atrocious. Right now it's not as busy as it's gonna be once the crops really get up and you gotta get a lot of rain. Pivots don't have to run near as much, but for the most part we just don't get rain in this area. We brew it up. I mean, it looks like it's gonna rain, but then it just goes east, delivers it a couple 100 miles east of us. And once again, I've got to watch where I'm driving on the road, make sure I'm not driving on the crop. I can just split it perfectly. Nice and easy. Those bumps are the pivot tracks. They're about 100, those are like 145-foot spans. You can see the pivot track here. That's where the wheel or the tower of the pivot comes through. So it's like a fucking speed bump. I think this is an 8-tower pivot, so you got 8 speed bumps on the way out. There's another one. This thing sounds like a golf cart. Need to put a fucking muffler on here and get some sound on it. It's got some zip to her though. I mean, for being a workhorse and not really a recreational vehicle. And then on the edge of every field, there's always what you call windrows. You just go to the circle. That way the wind can't blow down the rows. So once everything starts coming up, it'll protect the field. It's what they call a windrow. Like I say, this is rougher than hell right here. I gotta stop and get a drink. Little full throttle. Woo. Oh, I needed that. See, I've already done one pivot. That's 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 or 6 I'm going to try and get done today. See how everything goes. Hopefully that wind's not too bad. It might be just loud as fuck for you guys. I'm not sure. It's not too bad inside the cab here. I'm only doing like 25, 30 mile an hour though. Like I say, this is a workhorse. It's not really made to go fast. It's another one of the pivots. Standing water. Yeah, sorry. Try to hold it towards the center, maybe then the wind. But I'm also driving, so I'm sure between the motor sound and the wind, it's probably just loud as fuck. I wonder if I can just mute it. Somebody's getting some rain over there though. If you're in a city where you can't see the clouds, you won't be able to really see that, but you can tell all that blue that's coming down, that's all rain. It's not where we're at. Now up here, I don't know if you can see that, but that pivot, that's the one I'm going to. Drain that one out. That other one there has a new wellhead, so I don't have to mess with that. Or a rebuilt one put on last year, so the oil will be good. It's wide open. Good old Nebraska. I need to get one of those gimbals. It takes all the shade. See a lot of the First Amendment auditors using the gimbal. Field number 2. But somebody came in here when it was too muddy. Those are some pretty deep tracks for being a side-by-side. What do you think? Should we do some 4x4? I bet you money I get stuck in that shit if I went in there. Almost guaranteed. And we got a pivot road here. Once again, now this is corn. The last one was beans. This field is corn. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. And then you can see my tracks when I came in the other day. I've got to just split it perfectly so that I don't. Although at this stage it would probably I don't know if this will be our pivot road. Once we get the pivot road established, it'll get road anyway. Until that's established, it's going to be some road. Once again, we got pivot tracks. Now this is a different name brand. The last one was no, actually that last one was a Ranky too, just a newer style, galvanized. This is probably mid-70s. It's been up, this pivot. You see that red like that, that's an older pivot. So it's been up for probably 40 years. Yeah, it might be early 80s, late 70s. I think they call that a 680. And the painted pipe. And we got the wellhead up here. And we basically just repeat the same thing. Let's see, where's that? It's on the other side. Around the outside, around the outside. You got a fucking oil mess there from that dripper being full. It just keeps dripping. That white tank is called dripper oil. And when it's running, it's always dripping oil onto the shaft that goes down. I don't know, they can go down 400, 500, 600 feet. Just depending on how far down the water table is. Now, let's see if I got a place I can set this up this time. Let's see here. This might work. It's probably. Okay. Now what I'm setting up here is we're putting an extension on. That way when it drains out next year, all we gotta do is take this cap off. Otherwise it drains and wants to go all over the wellhead. So this is just an extension I'm putting on there. This shit is called pipe dope. What it does is just helps seal the threads. So that way when you go to take this out or have to take it out, it doesn't rust shut as easily. So this is just called pipe dope. It helps out. Now I'm going to see if I can't use this chain to hold this thing up, and then I don't have to hold it while it drains. might just have to hold it up, probably already be done. Here comes the boss man. I might have to turn the stream off. Trying to get smart with the chain, but it's not really working. I think I'd already be done trading this son of a bitch. My last one looked pretty clean too. But I figured just be safe than sorry, you know? Yeah, I just have to teach you. Yeah. I was trying to get smart with it, you know, and have that chain hold it. No, that looks like it's part of the mold, but style. Well, that looks like. So we'll need to. Well, we'll just have to cap it then. We might have to go get a couple of these and put the extension on. I'm gonna try and get a hold of my pliers. Now that's pretty dirty compared to what I saw in the last one. So yeah, we'll need a coupler then on this one. Yeah, I was gonna get some of them. Well, maybe it's in that other bag too, huh? That last one, once I got down to where, you know, I just had basically like a, you know, just a smidgen like that. And I just ended it because it was barely draining at that point. But honestly, I mean, with the sun right on it, it's draining pretty decent. Well, maybe this cap will fit on it. This won't have the extension. Well, now, will that screw on the end of our extension? Is that a different size pipe? I mean, it's a different size though? Yeah, if we have a coupler, we can just couple that one. Yeah, when you get up there, why?
just shut the main power. Like, that was not the switch up front. Turn it off.
No, we're not doing that one.
Well, we might go to reset. Just shut the power off. Yeah. At least that it does.
Here we go, doing the same shit. Like I say, it might be boring as hell to watch, I don't know. I can't read chat because it's 15 feet over from me. So I gotta grease this shit. Hopefully the wind's not blowing across it. Tell you what though, this bucket's starting to get full. It's getting heavy. Smoking on the cancer stick. It'll take him a good 15 minutes. About 3 miles from the farm. Time to get the fro cut too, man. That shit is out of control. Get a scheduled appointment next week, probably. Barely get my hat on. There's so much freaking hair now. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna shut her down. Appreciate people stopping in, checking out the farm. Everybody have a good day. There's more people popping in. Shit, I'll leave it going. Anyways, that's what it looks like inside there. Got the sight gauge. We're putting on that extension, but this one has a little bit of a different setup on the wellhead, so we gotta go get a coupler. Popped up over here. can't see the screen when it's propped up. Hopefully it's not getting the wind across there. Now just hurry up and wait. Got some pretty good clouds building up though. Maybe we'll get some moisture. I don't know if you can see that, but somebody's getting some rain off to the north of us. Pretty wide open. Got a few rolling hills, but for the most part it's flat as flat can be. Might be able to climb up on the pivot and give you a little better look-see. Blowing like hell up here though. There's another pivot right over there that I gotta go check and see if we need to service it with those clouds are looking pretty starting to build up. It's worse than it's ever been, dude. It just fucking blows all the time. Let's see, where am I going? Should be somewhat protected right here from the wind. Somewhat, I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to watch this back later and see how good or bad it looks. definitely get the farmer's tan. This is actually Call of Duty hat. Ruined now. Now we just hurry up and wait. Which I didn't realize until he was already gone, but he probably wants steel, but there is a plastic coupler in the back of this side-by-side that would work. 2 tears in a bucket. I don't know if you can see that or not. Those trees way over there, that's where the farm's at, but you can't go directly to it. You have to go to the left. Like a mile and a half, another mile and a half back to the north, and then a quarter mile back to the place, so it's a little ways away. What's up, BD? I'm not able to reach out unless I pick the phone up. I got grease and shit all over my hands. And if I prop it up over here, I don't think it's not getting near the wind noise. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back later and see if it's kind of protected by a panel. Got my standard pliers. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, I'm a redneck. Wear a pair of pliers and work all day. Know any better, I'd say we might have a chance of getting some rain, but whether or not it delivers here, definitely got some going to us. East. Those are all thunder boomers though, getting ready to build up. I should look at the radar, but these ones over here, that's like the beginning of the thunder boomers there. When they just start to bloom up. Shit you don't see in the city, that's for damn sure. Yeah, somebody's getting some rain over there to the south. Alright then. Yeah, that's definitely, those might turn into something there. Those are definitely some thunderclouds building up. or something. Maybe Lincoln. Then over here, this one's building up. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of already getting that circle to it. Like a spaceship saucer type. Be nice if we could. Just waiting on the coupler right now. I got my 50-year-old belly. Not too bad though for 50. It could be way worse. Sitting on my ass playing the PlayStation too much. Yeah, hopefully he finds a coupler soon. That noise you heard right there, that was a pheasant. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was a pheasant call. This is I don't know, of the corn growing, and it took a fucking beating from a storm here about a week ago. The wind just blew the hell out of it. Nothing a little fertilizer can't fix though. And this is all the shit that I'm using. Which I couldn't find the Zerg to grease this one, so I'm not sure. This is a little different wellhead than I'm used to. All that shit is in that white container there. I don't know if you can see this or not on camera, but it's all drip oil because it just drips. Like, you should be able to see that dripping. And then it goes to the shaft, then all the way down the well. So I don't know how deep this is. This could be like 300-400 foot, on up to 600, 700, 800. Just depends on how far down the water table is. But that drip oil goes all the way down that shaft and keeps it lubricated. And this is why they call it the drip oil, because it drips. That there sets the drip so you can have it speed up or slow down. About every second is about standard. That way it's always lubricating, but I don't know why. You can see kind of and then this is a pivot panel. This is what runs the pivot and how you set the speed of the pivot. It's a percent timer. It runs. I'm trying to give you like a base pivot. The last tower out there. This percent timer runs on 1 minute. If you set it to 50%, right now it's on 70%, so it's going to run 30 seconds and then be off 20 seconds. So it's always continuously running. So if you have it at 50, it's 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. But that's how you set how much rain or how much water you're putting down. This little sprinkler chart comes with the sprinkler package. And so that percentage there tells you like an inch. If you want an inch 48, you'd have to put this on 24%. And then it's 106 hours to go around. And then there's whatever. If you need something between 1.2 but that's how you run the pivot and how they determine how much they're putting down. Okay, there he comes with the four-wheeler. This deal on the side, there's an electric company that once they get too much of a load on the system, they'll start shutting pivots off to control how much load is getting put on if they don't have enough power to run all the pivots at one time. Okay, he's coming.